Ukraine's defenders defeat 72nd Russian Brigade near Bakhmut, liberate territory and capture prisoners.
Here's a summary of the article.
Defenders of the 3rd Assault Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine defeated the units of the 72nd Motorized Rifle Brigade of the Russian Armed Forces near the city of Bakhmut, liberated part of the territory and captured the occupiers. Quote from Biletsky, as a result of the offensive actions of the 3rd Assault Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, units of the 72nd Brigade of the Russian Federation were defeated. Brigade reconnaissance was suppressed, a significant number of armored combat vehicles were destroyed, and a significant number of prisoners were captured. Details: Biletsky said that it is a great honor for him to fight and command the soldiers of the 3rd Assault Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. The information was also confirmed by the Ukrainian brigade. Prigozhin's report about the escape of the 72nd Motorized Rifle Brigade of the Russian Armed Forces from near Bakhmut and the 500 corpses of Russians who remained there is true. The defenders reported that during 2 days of offensive operations on the southwestern outskirts of Bakhmut, the attack aircraft of the 3rd Assault Brigade as part of the Azov tactical group killed 64 occupiers, and another 87 halfway towards the previously mentioned ones. On 9 May, Yevgeny Prigozhin, financier of Wagner Group, said that one of the units of the Russian armed forces had left its positions in the area of the city of Bakhmut in Donetsk Oblast.
This post received a score of 39,000, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Nice. An upvoted informative comment that isn't an unfunny joke from a poorly educated teenager. Good bot.
It's literally a robot instead.
People are worried that I will ruin online forums, but clearly it can't make them any worse than they already are.
The difference is that this bot isn't trying to pretend to be a human. The problem is a flood of AI comments where you don't know what comment is real anymore.
Maybe things would be different if that T-34 had not been on Red Square Parade.
That T-34 is needed to defend Moscow against the eventual uprising.
OT's also there to shoot down the 250-gram drones carrying bags of petrol for the fake attacks on the Kremlin.
I like how Russia is proud they shot down drones over the Kremlin, not appalled their air security was so poor they made it to the Russian capital in the first place. It must be false flag op.
It was comical. It was something out of a 1970s B-movie. I started laughing at the footage. Well, if the KGB can do propaganda, they should be working for Disney.
Disney makes believable content, though.
Disney also runs more of a profit than many countries.
That video was wild. A massive chain route with Ukrainian tanks driving almost on top of the Russian infantry.
Whoa, Link?
Wow. Look at that combined arms assault with proper infantry spacing, for the most of it. No wonder Prigozhin is confused.
Russia uses combined arms. Idiot all the time. You're just hopped up on propaganda. Standard RU doctrine states that you use an unassisted spearhead of tanks to slowly roll single file into a minefield in open view of a Ukrainian trench full of ATGMs. Then when the tanks have softened the missiles and mines up and generating a smokescreen with their cook-off, they send in the infantry in groups of 2 to 6 to wander in the general direction of the enemy trench. Meanwhile, the Air Force is supporting by yeeting their few guided cruise missiles at apartments 100 miles away.
Yes, that is roughly the tactics they repeatedly use. You forgot to mention the second line, which ensures the general wandering direction is maintained, and the third that ensures the second is motivated.
And the forces used to protect the Russian flanks, not from Ukrainians but from other Russian forces like Wagner.
Prigozhin. I've made a huge mistake.
Look, the army of hobos I've amassed managed to successfully harass some civilians in Syria and Africa. How hard can Ukraine be?
Prigozhin. As a longtime chef, I know what it takes to tenderize meat. Putin. You're hired. I will give Prigozhin thieves much credit. He's the only person from Russia that I've seen even pretend to care about troop losses. Now if only he cared about his fellow man that much.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.